Dear Professor, my name is QU YIBO and my student number is 199022. This is my student ID card. Today, I want to talk about Tradetech and future pattern of world trade. With the continuous development of information technology, product factors in countries around the world are more and more freely connected, which will be transferred to regions in need of it. To achieve scientific and effective resource allocation, the target and scope of international trade will also expand. The international trade will no longer only be influenced by physical goods, but will be innovated in the direction of technology, services, and investments. The gap in trade tech between developed and developing countries, according to Grossman Helpline's product life cycle model, a two-country product life cycle model with endogenous innovation, imitation, and quality competition is proposed. The model holds that the technological innovation generally takes place in the North because of its high quality labor force and advanced equipment. Southern countries can carry out products from northern countries, and the interaction between innovation in the north and imitation in the south constitutes dynamic equilibrium. Northern countries correspond to the developed countries, and southern countries correspond to the developing country. However, because developed countries use more resources in innovation, the rate of technological innovation is higher than the rate of technological imitation in developing countries, resulting in a large technological gap between the two sides. In 2015, for example, China's investment in basic research, applied research, and experimental development all lagged behind that of the United States. Because each type of product has a quality ladder, developed country can achieve a period of market monopoly by innovating to improve product quality. The effective imitation of developing country can break the monopoly of developed country and occupy part of market share with cost advantage until the next technological innovation of developed countries begins. Such a continuous cycle forms a product cycle. Innovation leads to imitation, imitation supports innovation, and both can move up the quality ladder. Perhaps this is a future trade technological gap between developed and the developing country. In international trade, e-commerce plays an important role, especially in the pre-order information era. E-commerce is favored by virtue of its rapid information transmission. By comparing regional e-commerce revenue in 2019, you can find that the scale of e-commerce in Asia is even large. As one of the branches of e-commerce development, digital technology will be an important mode to achieve low cost. The global digital service trade has grown steadily with the rapid development of global digital global digital economy. Increasingly, peers transactions have greatly promoted the development of digital service trade. In 2019, the global digital service export scale reached $3,192.59 billion, accounting for 12.9% of service exports. The growth rate of global digital service trade is leading, building a new growth engine for global trade. Since the outbreak of financial crisis in 2008, global trade growth has slowed down, and digital trade has become the key to driving trade growth. In 2019, global trade is negative, and the global digital service exports bucked a trend and achieved a growth of 37.5%, contributing 98.3% of service exports. And their share of service exports reached by 0.9 percentage points. Service in the same period, exports only increased by 1.9%, while exports of goods fell by 2.9%. In terms of long-term trends, the growth rate of digital service trade exceeds that of service trade and goods trade. From 2010 to 2019, the average annual growth rate of digital service trade and goods trade was 6.1%, 5%, and 2.5%, respectively. The core position of digital service trade was established and consolidated from 2010 to 2019, the share of digital service trade increased from 47.3% to 52%. Digital service trade has driven global trade to service-oriented development, and the share of service trade in global trade from 2010 to 2019 has increased from 21% to 24.9%. This means that the digital service trade may become the most important trade in the future. And that's all. Thank you for listening.